Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Sorry I haven't posted in a while, but just other things going on with Christmas and personal life, so of course I get busy. But I have been hitting the AI train pretty hard, of course learning everything that I possibly can, which is quite tough with my brain. Wanted to show you something that I've been working on, and it's quite challenging. I wanted to show you kind of how challenging it can be to actually really train a model, not just via somebody else's software, but actually really to really do it. And it's kind of impressive when these people actually get this stuff done. I got a YouTube channel I want to kind of review. Just looking here, nobody actually viewed this dang make AI sing. That's actually, that was one of my better videos. The other ones really kind of sucked, but this one was actually pretty good. Nobody watched it. Oh well, YouTube channels. I tell you what. But anyways, okay, so let me get on to this. Here's a guy, Trellis Research. You may have seen this. I don't think he gets enough views than he should. Quite a smart guy actually, and it impresses me anyways, for what he does here. But follow one of his videos, and he's kind of showing you truly how it's done in the back end. This is just going to show you how difficult it is. So of course, I was a little arrogant. And I thought, oh, yeah, I can do this, no problem. Just follow the instructions. It's a lot of things you have to learn, and I probably won't cover in this. But if anybody's watching that, this may help you a little bit. You just kind of spent 3 days of my life trying to figure out the things that I don't know that probably other people that are watching this probably do know, but I just haven't used it. So anyways, if you watch his video, it's this one right here, the chat fine tuning. First of all, I thought fine tune it was only like you get a model and you fine tune it. Well, I guess even I said it makes more sense now than what I've understood. But to understand, to create a model, you can actually create your own model with your own data, and then you make, I guess, these things called tokens and weights, and then that will be your model, and then you fine tune it. And I think there's even more levels. I think there's we talk about LoRa's and stuff, and it's kind of all a little blurry. It's getting more focused, and these guys like this dude help a lot to kind of to stumble through it and to demystify this stuff. So kind of, if you want to kind of see it, I found this here. While training involves initializing model weights and building a new model from scratch using a data set, fine-tuning leverages pre-trained models and tailors them to specific tasks. So sometimes this guy will either take a model from his group on Huggingface. There's a lot of them on there. Or he'll actually, in some of his videos, he actually shows you how to build your own, which is really impressive. Or start with a core and adding on to it, and then fine tuning it after, which is what I think that's happening. And I'm in my process too. I'm learning myself, so I have no clue, but I think that's how it is. And of course, in the future, I'm probably look back on this and see how retired that was. Anyways, so getting back to his video now, instead of like watching it, I don't know if I get a copyright strike. I don't even know, but kind of want to show you. So if you kind of follow the video, he kind of first tells you how how these tokens work, which is also kind of interesting. There's different kinds of tokens, and the data set you give it, you actually have to give it a kind of like an HTML kind of markup kind of thing, where you start, stop, share. This is what he talks about, the beginning of end of sequence. I really highly recommend you guys watch the video. He talks about it, and I'm going to kind of summarize. So he gives different examples of it, yada yada yada, and then he gives you some examples, meetings. So this is, most channels actually kind of do it. He actually is just putting it on a what is this, like a slideshow thing, right? So that kind of confused me in the beginning. So I'm like, what's going on here? So this is actually very theoretical, which is probably the way we would be done in a classroom, especially with my age, is how it's done. You see a lot of the new YouTubers, they actually do it more with like in code, like live, so it actually feels more real, and I actually kind of like that more. This is kind of the older style where you put it on a blackboard, and it might be the new style in the future, where we go in the future to get some of these conceptual ideas. Anyways, so he goes over, he actually gives you some examples. I didn't know like Guanaco and Llama were different ones. Learned that from this guy, which is pretty impressive. Just to kind of, it's just again less demystification. I guess in China HTML is another one. Okay, so I'm going to slow connection here. He talks about this the format, and he'll mention in the videos the S, and this like looks like an HTML markup, and explains it a little more. I kind of wanted to get my hands dirty, so and get it rolling. So I didn't go over all this stuff in detail. But it kind of shows you like where to get the the models, right? And that is going to be on Hugging Face. You gotta go there, huggingface.com. Open it. You don't even need to open an account initially, but later you will. And if you're going to download some of their models, so Llama is one that comes from Facebook. Facebook themselves are making their own. Okay, of course. You might have heard Elon Musk. X is doing what is it called? Grok, and Google made Gemini, I think it is, and of course OpenAI. I think it's OpenAI makes GPT-3 or 4. These are the models. Now, what's going on is this is why guys like this guy are really invaluable. Is he will teach you kind of how to make your own. Now he does use some of the bigger ones on top of it, codes it, but you actually get into the knowledge of actually how it works, and that is really valuable. Versus, for example, like OpenAI, it's a closed box. Yes, you can make some GPTs, you can bring some data in there, but it's very limited, very confined, and you're kind of stuck with their stuff. So, anyways, I think this is the reason I'm doing it. It's kind of showing you. So here's his llama. He tells you which one to make. HF is the Hugging Face one. I didn't know that at the time. I had to learn that as well. So you got to get the llama application from Hugging Face. So if you go on there, you're fresh, and you want to get llama, you are not validated. You have to apply to Facebook to get access to it. It's another kind of step that an advanced guy like this guy probably won't tell you, but it's something you got to learn. So get an account on Hugging Face, apply for llama. It'll bring you to like some Facebook page. You got to answer some silly questions. It's all free, all good, but you still got to do it. Okay, so now, and you don't have to download it because he creates a code for you in something called, let's see, does it show here? Jupyter Network. Okay, that's another thing that I didn't know existed. Jupyter, I guess, competes with Colab, and he gives you options for both, but he's using Jupyter. So now you go to his site. I can't find it. He actually has a discount. Oh no, a link. So I highly recommend you spend the money. It's $20. I know it's more than what we usually pay for a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff for free, but I mean it's his doing it. You got to support the guy. And I think he's got a bigger one for like $70 for everything. Might be worth it. I haven't really tested it. Some of the stuff doesn't work yet, so I'm kind of humming and hawing on if it should pay for the whole thing. But I think he has some really good scripts. That's what you're paying for. You're paying for his time to write these scripts. You could do it yourself if you want to have a couple weeks to learn it, or if you can go on Upwork and you pay somebody a couple $100 to build it, and that might not be as good. This guy's refined it, so I think it's worth it if you're going to be doing model training and fine tuning and quantizing and all that stuff, which I didn't even know what those things are yet. So, anyways, you need a data set. He shows you where to get a data set, also on Hugging Face. See, look, if you look at his URL there, and he kind of shows you what he just taught you, which is also really valuable. And then now, so I'm getting to the point where it's important. So I thought that this stuff was going to sit on my own PC. I have a Mac, which I'm using now, and I also have a PC with a GTX 2080. Just barely enough. I have a GTX 4080 on order, but I have not used RunPods. I heard of them. I heard the fact that you can rent what is that called? A server, or not a server? Yeah, a server that has a GPU on it. I thought it was really cool. I didn't really know much about it, and just kind of saw it. But now, the key is you actually have to go and do it. So this is what I recommend. First of all, I told you about Hugging Face, right? Let me show you Hugging Face. 1 second. 1 second there. This is Hugging Face. And check it out. You get a login. And you have models and data sets. I don't know what spaces, docs, and solutions are yet. Of course, I know what pricing is. But it needs a credit card to hold some money just in case you use some stuff. But what we're doing today, what I've been doing for the past few weeks, none of it's been used. So here's models. And here's a lot of the things you might hear a guy, the bloke. A lot of people reference him. I guess he's a superstar on Hugging Face. And so that will be something you hear. Mistral is another big name. Stability AI, of course, we know. Who else? Actually, this guy Trellis is actually popping up too. So he's kind of an up and coming guy. Seems like to me, anyways. And what else? The other one that I want to show you, Skunkworks. No. Llama. Here it is. So this is the one that we're going to be working with, and you can see it's under from Meta, and it's the Llama model. Okay, and this is the one you'll use later. But you don't have to click on it. You can click on it if you want and see. There's a lot of good information on there. Again, a lot of stuff that I don't understand, like a usage thing. It uses PyTorch state sensors. All things that we need to know that I don't. I've used them. I just don't know what the hell they do. A lot of these instructional videos, they actually show you how to use it. So all good stuff. All right. So let's see here. Some information on it. You can kind of read some of the stuff. It's kind of interesting, and the more you read it, the more it makes sense. Oh, the B, it's billion. So initially, I made a mistake of starting off with 70 billion. That is too big of a model for most computers, especially if you're doing it at home. You don't know how to set up like a RunPod. So you always go to the smallest one. It's good enough for what most of the stuff that we're doing. If you ever get some funding and somebody wants to support you or a team, you got money, okay, go to the big one, get the big computers, big everything, high RAM, high video cards, and do that. But for now, you don't need to do it. So anyways, that's the model and the data sets. These are also really valuable, really cool. There's just anything you want to do. There's a bunch of data sets. You just do a search and you find out something you want to do. Like, I don't know, planting. I don't even, if that doesn't work. Plants. Is there one for plants? No. See, I don't even know how to search for it. How about stable diffusion? These are data sets. Am I doing this right? Well, somehow you can do a search here for stuff. Of course, I don't know how. How about this? Oh, okay, cool. See, there you go. So you got plants. I don't even know if this is what it is, but it could be like, let's see if we have boats. I don't know. I'm going really obscure. So this boat data, check it out. So somebody put up, this guy put up some data about boats. Let's check it out. I don't even know how I would use this. Okay, so this is like a prompt response and some data, and he's got 8,000 rows. So, okay. Anyways, I don't want to get digress on this, but I really want to focus on this guy. So, okay, that's Huggingface. Then you have to go to RunPod. Okay, and I'll show you this here. RunPod is something you have to kind of create. And he tells you how to do this, okay? Or no, he doesn't tell you how to. He tells you you have to do it. Put it on RunPod. What that means to you and me is you have to go and start a new pod. Oh, how am I burning money? That's weird. I've already put in $50 and I'm down to 20. I haven't used it that much. I think I started one and I didn't turn it off. That's probably what happened. That's what was his first one, or this one. Anyways, so let's say you create a new pod. How the hell do you create a new pod? Pods. Can I create a new one? I don't know how to make a new one. Nope. See, this is kind of the serverless home. How much it used, secure. Okay, here. Yeah, so you go to secure cloud, and he recommends you to use this one for some reason. I'm not sure. I guess it's just the best one, so I just follow it, and it tells you, 1 hour, so you deploy it. And it kind of gives you okay. And he tells you also to customize it, change these numbers here. I think he said 150. That's what you're going to do. Okay, and then you set overrides. Yeah, and now you continue. Now it's going to build it. So now what it's actually doing is creating like a virtual server, which again, I've known from a long time, but I've never actually done it. So it's actually built, and I thought I would click deploy. Okay, yeah, so now it's actually building it. It's not a big deal. It just kind of spools it up, I guess, or you now have access to a box, within a boxy room, in a boxy building somewhere, and you have these, this thing. And I guess it's still, yeah, now it's running. Check it out, it's pretty cool. So now these are my past ones. And what he also doesn't tell you is you need to connect to it, okay? And now I'm gonna click this Jupyter Lab. What you have to do is you have to have a Jupyter notebook like this account. This is the one, and you open it. And then you create an account try. I just put it in my browser, but I'm assuming you can do it. Let's see here. In on your PC or laptop or MacBook, excuse me. And then yeah, you install it here somewhere. The latest. This is the one. So you generate this, and I think it'll. If I'm not mistaken, my memory sucks, but I think it's you will it'll ask you for a username, password, an account. There it is, right here. So you've got it created, and at that point, then you will have to. I'm not sure actually if you have to do that or you just connect to this. But one of those, click to connect, and then it will ask you for. So you can see you're in your web, you're still on your computer in your browser, but you are now the file you download from this guy, Ronan. I guess his name's Ronan. You will have to open it, and then once you open it, then it will open in here, and it will look something like. Oh, did I have that here somewhere? I thought I did. Dang it. Okay, let me open it. Open. No. No. Dang it. Where do you open that? Where do you open the damn thing? Oh, notebook? No, that's a new one. How do I open it? Oh, here. Nope. Upload. See, this is so. Why would they put that in there? Let's see here. Where is it? Nope. This is the one you get from him. You pay the $20 for, and there is a bad one. Now you say, why don't I see anything? Well, because if you're retarded like me, you come on, untitled, close this. Yeah, that's the one we made, and then no. Yeah, okay, that's his. That's just painful for me to do. Actually, that took me like 6 hours to do, and then I forget it. And then you see his video. He actually goes through all this stuff. So if he will like discuss, sorry, he tells you to spool it up, okay, and exactly what I just told you, and then he goes through this thing. But what I was expecting is that actually. That I was playing. You actually have to play it. You have to you go forward and step through it. So now let's do that. So now I'm actually going to. So now see how this blue went from here. This is now just text. Nothing happens, and you always got to keep an eye on this. An idle thing. Okay, so you get play, and then now it's busy. It's doing something, and you can actually close. You can actually see the CPU is actually working, which is kind of cool. And now we move to the next thing. Oh, now it asks you for his token. This is another thing. So I didn't see that before, but now you got to go to Huggingface, and you got to go to tokens somewhere. I forgot what that was. Was it Huggingface tokens? No, you just got to find it on here somewhere. It's no. Where do you find that token? Yeah, you just go ahead and do a search. How about that? Token. User token access. Is that it? Boy, you think they make it easier, right? No. F my life. See, this is what I'm talking about. It's just not clear where you get the tokens. Hold on a second. Not my profile. New data set, new space, new collection, settings. Where to get tokens on Huggingface. Generate access token. The access tokens tab in your settings. Okay, settings. That makes absolutely zero sense. Nope, not pricing. Settings. For some reason in your settings, not your account. Settings. To all of you that know this, I apologize. I realize it's painful. And then you go to access tokens. My goodness. Okay, so there. So now you can either copy one of the old ones, I guess, And I should probably delete these, delete, yeah, and then delete, oops, this one, delete. And then you copy it here, and then you would, let's see if I can copy, and paste. Of course, you want to delete it after. And then, now this is also unclear to me, but I guess, quick log in. No, and then you got to play, you have to actually move it manually because it'll like run it again. If you click play, it'll ask you to do the same damn thing. So you have to kind of move it here manually and then hit play. Then it does this, does this. See, this is all blocked out, so it doesn't do anything. So you know, it just kind of skips over. So now in installation, and now it is ready. So I'm going to play this now. Now it's, you can tell it's busy. Let's see if anything's going on. Okay, nothing's going on there. But it says it's busy, so maybe just delay it, I guess. It should be doing something here for some reason. Oh, there it goes. Okay, maybe just a little delayed. And it's doing some stuff here, and this goes to like, I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 2 more that it should be doing. I think it's I don't even know the error. Running pip as root. Okay, but I think that's okay here because your root in the virtual server doesn't mean anything. I think that's what the answer is. Okay, so, and now it's idle. See, so that's how you know you can move forward. And you go, and it's gonna load the model now. So this code should be nice and quick. Yeah, play, and prepare for lower fine tuning. That's what he's talking about. Oh, okay, sorry. So see, you should say busy. And now your container is starting to fill up because it's downloading stuff, I think. Yeah. So it's downloading whatever these shards are, and the model. Way faster than my home computer, my goodness. 9 gigabytes comes down in like 30 seconds. Mine was like 10 minutes. So it's still getting bigger, I guess. Uploading, I would think it got even bigger than it is, but whatever. And yeah, so it's still busy, so we don't move on to the next one. Let's see what it's doing here now. Okay. And I don't know why this goes out of place. The shards 50%, and it goes through these, but it does go out of. You would think it would go one by one, but it doesn't for some reason. I guess that's normal. Like, oh, see, now see I finished one shard, and then loading checkpoint shards. Also, no clue. Oh, the volume kind of caught up, I guess. And okay, so now it's idle, right? Wait for a second. Cool. I think that's okay. And now I feel comfortable going next level. And there we go. And this is it. Going next. And so that's going to run this. And let's check if it's doing this. Okay, so check it out. This GPU memory is actually using something, so it's actually utilized. This is kind of cool too. Memory use and utilization. So this is that. Let's see, idle. Moving on to the next thing. And next. And so now it's going to run number 12. And okay, so this is where he's actually showing you. When he showed me that file initially, it's already finished. And I'm like, there's no calculation. It's just a pre-filled file. But this is what he's talking about. He puts in the question, what is our planets? And so it doesn't work. And this is what he's discussing earlier about the the HTML instance. So it's kind of, and then the full things in the beginning, which is kind of cool. And the Fibonacci series. Now, for some reason, this model already has that. See, in his example, the Fibonacci sample does not start. It gives him a date. And for some reason, this already knows that maybe the model's already new. I'm not really sure why it doesn't align. Generate Python code, so it actually, see, it already does that too. Now, I don't know if I've already, because I think it's a new instance, so it shouldn't have been. I mean, this one has been trained, but not sure. Maybe they're just already updated. Maybe that video is just old. But continue on. So we load the data set. Okay, and this is the one he's talking about. I have no idea why it's in Spanish, and then some Russian here, but it is what it is. So this is the data set he talks about from Huggingface. We have to go and get that data set. Okay, so we continue on, and This I also don't fully understand, these tokens. I guess these tokens come from that data set. I'm assuming that's what that is. And I have no idea how that would be created. Maybe Ronan probably has a video of that. That'd be great. So training llama, okay. Yeah, so this is actually the training aspect, I think, if I go back to the video. Set up and run training. Okay, he mentioned this, the TRL trainer. Not sure what that is, but it's some form of trainer. I guess there's different kinds. Okay, so now it's gonna run this. Okay, it ran it. That was it. Did anything happen? Nothing. Okay, but no error, which is good. I did it before and had a bunch of errors. So now, okay, now. Okay, so now, so see, it looks like he already has errors before, or warnings, I should say, is probably a better word. But let's see if it works. So we play it. And yeah, you see these local trainer, yeah, same things. And now actually more errors than what his file already had in there. His Jupyter file. Okay, so we're talking about the same thing. And continuing on. So we have this, and then we play again. So now the plotting also doesn't work. But I don't know what these errors are. Maxed up. He had this before, and then runtime error. Some bad call. I don't know. I can't debug this. You're using a llama token as a fast token. Please know the fast token is using calm as a faster. Okay, you see, this is just warnings. It should be okay. And that, but you get the runtime error. Trainer.train. I don't know what this is. No idea. No idea. Okay, so he does a plotting. Okay. And okay, plotting. See, this is plotting. This is kind of cool. So you install something called matplotlib. And that creates it installs an ability to plot something. So you install it. And see, he had one, his plot, but it doesn't show up that way. So it looks like it installs. All good, looks like all nice, yep. And then now you import, I guess the library, not that you already have it installed. So you import I guess the library, part of my terminology. And then you use it in this code. And from the data that he gets, now I don't know where that comes from. History, state log, so this is there must be the history in there, okay? So you get this, so you know it's working, but maybe the history is gone, or it's just not, or it's not saved somewhere, I'm not sure. But you don't get no plot. And then evaluate, I'm not sure if that, what is the first 5 numbers? See, okay, this is his past, okay? So let's see if it does it for you this time. You can see it's ready, the blue, play, and you get errors. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, errors. So we can't really follow along, unfortunately. And then that's it. Merge and after save the hubby, that's it. Nothing else. These are all nothing burgers. Anyways, that's it. So as you can see, it's hard. I still don't have a solution, but maybe Ronan can make a better video, or he'll tell me. I'll make another one, and I'll link it back to him. Now check this out. I didn't stop the last one, so I paid for it, of course. So I guess you have to go stop. Stop your pod. Geez, I'm getting still charged for these past ones. You actually got to delete them. You will charge 20 per hour volume storage. Please terminate your pod. Starting, I guess, stop pod. And then I guess you have to delete them too. So here's another thing. Learn that. Learn the delete. Delete your pod. You remove your pod configuration as well as any non-network volumes. Okay, so yeah, delete. And then this one, delete. Or trash, terminate, whatever. All right. Anyways, obviously, as you can see, this stuff's not easy. I know people will try to make it easier in the future. Hope they will. Maybe you can. Maybe we can. But for now, it is what it is. So hope you learned something. This is 3 days of my life that I want to share with y'all. And hopefully it helps someone out there. So good luck. Lisa, any comments, please, of course. Oh, and I also want to shout out to Ronan. He actually has this thing right here. This is Trellis. He wants you to pay for the full thing, which I think is a better deal rather than just buying each. Go to his site, go to his YouTube, and learn from him. That's really cool. That's what I'm trying to do, and I think he can help you all out. So Good luck out there.